Welcome back to our topic, Echoes of Antiquity, where the myths are legendary and the facts are even stranger.
Go to skeptical, side dives, and deep dives.
Of bringing the poetry and power of ancient story to life. Today we are digging into one of the most iconic origin story of all time, the founding of Rome.
That's right, swords, gods, wolf, twins, and politics. You know we're talking about Romulus and Remus.
And not just the legend, we're going beyond the myth and into the archaeology behind the ancient Rome being is just an epic.
But first, let's start with the story of the Romans.
So picture this, the city of Alba just south of where Rome one day was. The throne's being stolen by a guy named Amulius. He forces his niece, Rhea Silvia, to become Vestal Virgin, so she can't have kids.
But Mars, yes, the war god himself, has other plans. He either fall in love or does what war god often do in myth and books, twins.
Romulus and Remus, Amulius breaks, orders the baby thrown into the Tiber River, but the river has mercy.
Instead of drowning, they are rescued. And here's the most famous part by Shiva, who suckles them in the cave called Lupica.
That image becomes Rome's most scary symbol. You'll see it everywhere. Status coin building. Later, a shepherd named Faestulas and his wife Acca Clarentia take them in and raise them.
Fast forward, the twins grow up, learn their true identity, overthrow their evil uncle, and restore their grandpa Demeter to the throne.
Then the big idea, they want to build a new city.
But they can't agree where. Remus favored the Aventine Hill. Romulus picked the Palatine. There an arguably contest involving her and Romulus wins.
Remus marks the new city walls, and Romulus kills him. Just like that, blood and bricks. The city of Rome is born.
Okay, that's the myth. Now what was the evidence say?
Turns out there were real settlements on Rome's hill way before the traditional founding date of 753 BC.
Yeah, archaeologists have found Bronze Age huts on the Palatine Hill dating back to around 1000 BC.
And great from the 10th century BC in the valley that became the Roman Forum. By the 8th century, people were building walls, paving roads, and offering sacrifice at Cubic Temple.
So on the story of Romulus' myth, the timeline checks out. Rome didn't appear overnight. It grew from merging hilltops and villages into one urban center.
Plus, the Forum Bora, the lowland market near the timber, was a major trade spot and possibly a port as early as the 13th century BC.
The evidence is amazing. By 600 BC, Rome has fortification temples, a sewage system, and the scarce boundary or Pomaria already in place.
Let's not forget the Trojan connection. Romans also claimed they were descended from Aeneas, a prince who escaped Troy.
This comes from Virgil AD, which was like Rome's national epic and propaganda. Aeneas sails to Italy, marries into the local Latin tribe, and founds Slavonium.
His son Ascanius found Alba Longa, and generation later, Romulus and Remus are born. The myth ride the fall of Troy to the rise of Rome.
He gave Romans two things, heroic ancestry and a divine right to rule. They weren't just another tribe, they were heirs of Troy and the gods.
Now, about the founding date, 753 BC is one we all know. It came from the Roman scroll of Varro.
But ancient sources were all over the place. Some say 1100 BC, others guess 776 or 752. They tried to line it up with Greek history or the Olympiad.
In the end, the 21st of April, the Imperial Festival, became the official birthday. It was a spring celebration for shepherds long before Rome was even a Rome.
Under Emperor Hadrian, it turned to Romia, a civic holiday to worship the city itself. So why does this myth endure?
because it's a myth of power, prosperity, and rebirth. Rome also sees itself as word of war, sacrifice, and unity.
And because of their birth, it justified the Roman Republic, the Empire, and their dominance over the Mediterranean.
Even today, the story of Romulus and Remus is echoed in art, politics, and cinema. The symbol of evil, nursing to and still powerful.
That's all for today's deep dive into the founding of Rome, a blend of legend, politics, and just nature to keep it fascinating.
If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and tell us what ancient mystery you want us to explore next.
Until next time, remember history isn't always what happened, and also the story people told to explain who they were.
Thank you for listening to Echoes of Antiquity. Okay, what do you guys think about the city of Rome? Would you guys like to visit Rome one day?
Yes, because it's very good.
How about you?
It's a nice place to visit.
Yes, me too. I'd like to visit Rome one day. It's such a beautiful city.